Happy New Year's. A bit of a change in format this week. I wanted to take a quick minute to explain to you why I'm doing this vlog. But before I did that, I wanted to give a little context behind where I've been and how I got here. This story takes place from 2011 to 2016. First chapter takes place in New York City 6 years ago. I was in my 20s, had a tiny apartment that I couldn't afford, and had a much higher tolerance. This was at 2 a.m. Always at 2 a.m. New York in your 20s is the best, and things got a little better. I met a girl. She was funny, smart, opinionated, and kind, and not that great at golf. Things were good. I was happy. But she hated New York though, and one day just up and left, back to LA. Now, I'm not sure if I had one too many drinks that day, but I made a crazy decision and I left New York and moved to LA. I guess I found something more appealing than chicken and rice at 2 a.m.
Wow, so it's very funny.
So I went to see about a girl.
I gotta go see about a girl? Yeah, that's what you said.
But before going to LA, made a quick detour. This is my friend Zach, beloved son of Ethiopia and huge rock star. He played with Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers in the 80s and has tons of solo albums. And is honestly one of the most positive people I know.
We're coming to Africa.
Well, he does tons of humanitarian work in Ethiopia too, building over 30 schools there. And he wanted to bring awareness to a new issue, the rapid rate of deforestation there. So, me and my friend Miguel, he's a really talented filmmaker, and what little I know about shooting, most I learned from him. Packed up some camera gear and met Zach there, where we produced a documentary called The Last One Standing, about the last remaining forest in Ethiopia and the story to save it. It changed my life, and I vowed to go back to Ethiopia with more money someday and continue telling this story, but I'll save that for another vlog. I was in Africa for a month and then landed in LA. And as promised, I asked her to marry me. Look at how nervous I look.
You're so stupid!
3 months later, this happened. Yeah, that's 2 lines. It's not like we didn't want a baby, but we didn't know he was gonna come so quickly. He absolutely changed my life forever though. You see, Owen has brought me a level of joy and purpose that I never thought I could achieve. But I know every parent can empathize when I say that raising a child is hard. It's definitely the hardest thing that I've ever done. And besides the sleep deprivation and the overall sacrifices that you have to make with your time and priorities, I think that the hardest part about it is that it all goes by so quickly and without you even noticing. And just like with any aspect of your life, through time, routine starts to form. And once routine is set, it's just so easy to go into autopilot mode and just use less of your brain power. With Owen, I felt like I was doing that, and I hated it. I felt like life was passing me by. And now Owen is almost 1 year old, and at this rate, things aren't going to slow down. So that's where this vlog comes into play. I wanted a platform that forced me to pay attention to all the little things that happen every week. And these are the same little things that make up the story of my son Owen's growth. Because I'm forced to tell a story every week, there is no other option but to wake up and to pay attention. So another reason why I want to do the vlog is because I want to get better creatively. There's been nothing in my life that I have improved on without actually doing, without actually putting the work in, and that's what this is about. And frankly, I know that a lot of these videos might not be up to the level of quality that I want them to be, just because of the sheer volume, but I'm less concerned of the end product. I'm less concerned of all the likes or views that they generate. JK, I actually do care about that. But I'm more concerned, and I find more value in the overall process. The process of doing consistently and being able to sharpen and improve myself. That is what I find much more valuable here. And lastly, I want to challenge myself. I want to do something every day that makes me uncomfortable. And talking to a big chunk of metal and plastic is just that. It's a lot of work, and it has been a lot of work, but I'm hoping that through it, I can learn a ton more about my family and myself and just grow more as a person. So for those who have been watching, thank you so much. I welcome any feedback, good or bad. I'm here to learn. And if you want to continue to follow along and if you like it, definitely subscribe to the channel, shoot me a comment, and let me know what you think. Until then, I'll see you next week for a regular episode, and thanks so much.